Here's but when you climax,
Oh god.
Oh.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's do it right now.
What? Let's do it right now. When I was getting a physical to play football, I think
I've never been fondled.
the RN, which obviously they check you for a hernia. And before she did, she's like, "Everything okay with your balls?" I was like, which I think she said because it was a 14-year-old kid, but
Well, see, here's the thing. I've always heard stories about that. Why is that so funny? It's the truth. They're
That's
checking for testicular cancer.
It's so funny.
no. She wasn't doing that. She was checking me for a hernia.
Well, they're checking you for both.
Well, probably.
'Cause they're looking for lumps, right?
No, because
They're like all.
you can't. When they check for a hernia, they just
Don't they grab it? Or?
no. Have
See,
you?
I've never
I
had it
told
done.
you. Garfield and Friends from Pickle
Oh,
Fanboys.
Now, which one?
The second one, not the
Yes.
first one.
This
Times a hill.
Yeah, I hate that one.
one.
There are two
There's
actual
two-
songs.
there's two of
Oh,
them.
The
well,
second
that's what
one,
he sent me a picture.
Ready,
Ready?
two,
Two.
party!
We're ready
To party.
We're ready.
Dun, dun,
I hope you bring lots of spaghetti.
dun, dun.
Come on down to Garfield and Friends. Come on in. It's time to party with Garfield, and Friends. Yeah, I think there's another
I love
verse.
how we all know that one.
I think there's another verse.
There is. There's a little bit more to it. I have a list of movie titles that were almost called something else. Star Wars Episode 6 was almost called Revenge of the Jedi. We know this, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're nerds. Alex might not have known that.
I was like, what are you talking about? It's not Revenge of the Jedi.
No,
it's
no, no.
Return. I was like, bitch, you ain't no nerd.
Head cheese.
Head cheese?
Mm-hmm.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Alex?
I have no idea.
Yep.
Yeah!
Why,
Nice.
Why head cheese?
Because I remember there's in the Texas Chainsaw, the remake in 01, they go into that rest stop
Mm-hmm.
and there's a pig's head
Yep.
in the display case, and head cheese is you boil
How
a
did you
pig's
make
head.
that freaking connection, Brett?
That is a photographic memory at
Oh
work.
my god.
What is the McGangbang?
McDonald's McGangbang. Simply order a McDouble and a McChicken. The McChicken sandwich is placed directly inside the juicy McDouble, buns and all. So if a normal McDouble doesn't quite fill you up, take the chance by combining a McChicken McDouble from McDonald's secret menu.
So then do you just order the two different pieces, or do you order
You say,
a
I want the
McGangbang?
surf and turf, and they'll give you the two.
And they'll give you the two and you put it together. I'm not into the fish thing, but I think I would do the McGangbang.
Yeah.
That does not sound fun at all. You know what, honey? Let's try a McGangbang.
Are you bringing that to the table, Alex? Are we
We
having
can
this
set it on the
discussion?
table and do it right here on the podcast. Try a McGangbang on the podcast.
Wow. Wow.
So Die Hard started a
I
trend.
hate Speed 2.
Why?
That's pretty
It's
bad.
horrible.
It's kind of like, it's more of a watch it because it's laughably bad.
Yes.
There are a few parts that I thought Sandra Bullock was pretty funny.
She's a great actress, but she sucks in that movie.
She cuts open the door with the chainsaw and she's like revving it. Can you guys get out?
If you back up with the saw,
What?
if you back up with the saw, we'll give it a try.
It's so bad.
It is very bad writing. It is very bad.
Bad.
But I always thought of it as more of an action type than a funny movie, and it turns out this, like, as an adult watching it, it's a terrible
It's
film.
horrible.
That was a great
That's great.
quote by
Yeah.
you, John. I just got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh shoot! You okay?
You're gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot out.
can't
Do it.
move.
Put your
Oh shoot!
Ah! Put it out. Now flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit,
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there. Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay.
Let's do some
You're doing some friggin' Christmas trivia.
Welcome to the PTO Unlimited podcast. My name is Josh.
Alex.
Oh, just Alex? No.
I'm Alex.
She's Alex. I'm Josh. Welcome to the show, guys. This is episode 347. I'm all over the place because I thought my phone was going to be... That outlet is Garbo, just let you know.
I did not know
Just the
that
top
it was
one.
Garbo.
Maybe that's the one that's attached to the light switch. I don't know. Your house is so messed up with electrical.
It's
I don't
old.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
The light outside used to work out front, or
a lot of the stuff in
out
this
back, I
house
mean.
used to work.
I need to actually move.
It's old. Now what?
I have to go turn the fan down.
No, you don't.
You can't hear it when we talk, when I'm talking and everything in the background.
I can't
There's
hear it.
no way you can't hear that.
I can't
Let
hear
us know in chat if you guys can hear a fan, please, because I
Usually,
think so.
Yeah, there's no way. No.
No?
It's
Okay.
definitely compressed.
Okay. Yeah, so we're opening up the show a little informal. But
You said a little informal.
yeah, we'll get back on track.
We're here.
We're here. We're gonna do a taste test. We're gonna do the Mountain Dew Baja Blast. There's 2 flavors out right now that have come out, and we're gonna try those out here in a second. But I want to mention, do the quick intro here. On this day, 35 years ago, Princess Tomato and the Salad Kingdom was released in Japan on the NES.
I know you talk about Princess Tomato. I never
Yeah.
played it.
No, it wouldn't be something a lot of people would play. In fact, I'd be surprised if anybody ever mentioned it other than like anybody in my family, because that's the only people I know that would have ever played it. I don't know anybody else that talks about it. It didn't come out to the US until 1991, but it was released on the NES, and it was more like just a. I just have fond memories of it. I played it. I don't know if I can enjoy it. It's a weird one for me. It's basically like it shows you a scene in Princess Tomato, shows you a scene, and then you have to just choose like walk, run, talk, that kind of stuff. It's kind of like the Oregon Trail,
Okay.
that kind of sense, where you just do like simple tasks. But the thing is, if you don't know what to do in the area, you don't know what task to do, because there's like 20 different options, and you just have to click on every single one or something other than turn around. It kind of gets annoying.
Okay.
So those types of games, just I don't know if those are for me. Those are more of just adventure JRPG style. So
Yeah.
it's just like I don't know. It's just not really the thing that I go for entirely. But I just have fond memories of it.
I know you've mentioned it a couple times.
Yeah, because my dad played it.
Yes. Yeah.
He doesn't play a lot of video games. He only played a few NES titles that I recall, and maybe a couple of Super Nintendo titles. But he was never really big on gaming.
Well, I don't think
later.
like with your amount of siblings, like he had the time to play
No.
video games.
No, I don't hold that against him at all. I just realized when my butt's a little wet because Nymeria.
Your butt's been wet.
Nymeria vomited in my chair before we started. I had to clean it up.
Why didn't you like clarify your butt's wet because of cleaner, not her
Cleaner,
vomit?
yes, it's all clean. Everything's clean. I made sure
my
it was
butt's
wiped.
wet because I'm sitting in my cat's vomit.
It's literally just sanitizing, and I'm just
she had
sitting in it.
terrible.
Yeah, she was crying with like. That's
She
what
was
I had
like, my stomach hurts, blit.
Yeah, she
They
was,
never puke. Cats never puke where you want them to puke. I feel
No.
like dogs, you can like go.
She didn't even
grab
make a
them
noise.
that's what I mean. They just kind of. Sometimes cats got that. Oh, and you're like, oh shit.
That's her. That's her.
I know
That's
Snickers down there,
Snickers.
but like Nymeria just goes.
Like there's no sound.
There's no
nothing came out.
warning.
I turned around and all of a sudden it was just there, and I was like, "When did this happen?"
what,
like
there's,
10
like,
seconds ago, it
A
wasn't
lot
there.
of those memes about like having cats, like a lot of them are like, you know what, I can wake up, or I won't wake up to a blast of thunder, but all
Yeah.
you gotta do is hear that
Gulp.
oop.
Yeah, oh
and
my
you're like,
God.
I'm up and I'm out of
It's
bed
that-
trying to grab them before they throw up on my bed.
That's the real alarm, folks.
Like,
That's
yeah,
the-
loud clash of thunder or fireworks, I'm out. But no, cat goes to puke. And I'm
Yeah.
like, all right.
Did your dad ever play any video games other than Pong? Did he ever play any of the other stuff that you guys had?
Oh, I'm sure. Well, he was the one that him and my mom both had like the Super Nintendo, and my dad loved playing things like. I watched him play a lot of Tetris, and
Tetris is pretty
Mario Paint was a big one,
Oh,
and
that
playing
one
the
was
Fly
fun.
Swatter game.
Well, Mario Paint would get people a lot of like use with the mouse, and
But there was also you made your own music.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah,
I like
so
seeing videos on that on TikTok.
He made that, and then there was like a Mario game where you go back in time kind of thing. I don't remember what it was
That's
called.
Mario is Missing, and you play as Luigi the whole time.
It was like you went back in history and had to. Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Mario's
Bowser
Missing?
takes Mario, and they go into a time portal.
Okay.
And Luigi just scrambles throughout the city, and you have to talk.
Well, I remember
people.
trying to play it, but it was a little bit more
It's
advanced
all
for me
historical.
when I was
It's all
young.
historical. You have to actually. It's a lot
There's
of
like
text
different
to scroll
like
through.
codes that you have to put in.
It's considered
and-
one of the worst Mario games of all time.
Oh, okay. Well, it was very difficult
Because
when I
it's
was
just a
really
historical thing. It doesn't give you options, like quick options to select. It goes through an entire scroll. So
younger. Okay.
I
but
remember renting that.
Yeah.
The overworld looked like Super Nintendo, but as soon
Yeah.
as you were in a town, you were side-scrolling through a town.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Okay,
you
I
talk
didn't
to
realize
people.
that was what it was called.
Yeah, Mario is missing.
Mario's Missing?
Mario goes missing. Mario is missing.
Something like that?
One of those two.
Yeah.
It's a title that I like to forget.
But those are the ones that, and obviously like Super Mario World, like
Super Mario World. That one's just
that's just like the
unforgettable.
standard.
That's the basic like
Yeah.
unforgettable one.
But
yeah.
other than that, oh, Dr. Mario.
That's
My mom
essentially
liked. I remember
Tetris.
seeing my mom play Dr. Mario
Yeah.
quite a bit. But yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I'm sure like they played things like they were very big on going to the arcade from what I remember.
Yeah.
So very big on like Galaga and
We did-
Pac-Man and
we did
like, all
Mario
that stuff.
Party with my dad a while back, and he did just fine. He had a blast.
Oh no, it's like I had my mom on my stream,
Yeah.
and like I was like, all right, mom, like very basic, like as if she's 100 years old. I'm like, mom, here you go. This is what button to punch and blah blah. Playing
Right.
Halo and Call of Duty. And I'm like, holy shit, you're actually picking those very quickly. She's like, well, yeah, I played lots of video games
But how'd your
growing
dad
up.
do on the first person shooter? He was looking at the sky, wasn't he?
He was. I think he had a lot more difficulty than my mom, like figuring out the looking up, like the toggling with the Xbox controller, like looking
You
up
have
and
two
then moving forward. And
GoldenEye would be basic for
what is that?
that-
Inverted. Is that what that's called? Like inverted.
inverted controls.
controls. Like he had a little
You
bit
had to
more
look in the
issues with
sight.
that. My mom automatically, like, I think she went and looked up or looked down, but she got used to it a lot quicker.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was a little bit quicker on the like playing like the side scroll stuff and like the Tetris and things like that. My mom did a little bit more. She was more adaptable to the
Yeah.
Call of Duty and Halo and Gang Beasts, and like she picked that up a lot quicker than
Can
I
you do
thought
me a
she
favor?
would.
Can you actually turn the fan down one? I just want to make sure it's not going to go through.
I'm telling you, it's
I'm
not.
thinking it is.
Okay.
I just
all
don't want the rest of the episode to be completely like fan in the background sound while we're talking, you know. That's the one thing when your mouth is open, your ears closed, people don't realize that. It's actually very true. It's very true. I think it's kind of like people don't pay attention when they're chatting. Sometimes you just don't get it. You don't get all the info. But we're going to try out these Mountain Dews. So you think your mom would like to play Banjo-Kazooie now? Like the new Banjo-Kazooies?
My mom never played banjo.
I thought you said that.
No?
You said banjo before you
No.
got up.
No.
No?
No, I didn't.
No, thought you did.
No, I said she played like.
So we're going to try
Yeah, I
out.
don't know.
We got. This one is Passion Fruit Punch, and this one's got a blast of artificial passion fruit flavor. This one I don't think you're going to like at all. because
Probably
you
not.
don't like passion
No,
fruit.
the other game that my dad didn't play a lot of the 64. My mom played Donkey Kong with us.
Donkey Kong 64.
64.
That's what it
like
was.
she
Banjo-Kazooie
loved
is
it. She
essentially the same.
I think she actually, we used to have to go, Mom, we want to play. Like,
Really?
she's like, no, you go outside. And then, like, there's literally a home video somewhere of me grabbing the video camera.
Yeah.
And I'm looking around the house, and my mom is, like, on the couch playing Donkey Kong 64. And I just remember her going, Alex, put the camera down. Why, Mom? And she's like, you need to help me find Tiny Kong. Like,
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
her like in the background playing it. She wants my advice, like she's playing it. She had her own account.
Okay, this one is the passion fruit punch. You can go ahead and take a sip now. I
Passion
gave you a
fruit
lighter
punch,
amount. I
not
picked up
usually
more.
my thing.
I like passion.
Smells like shit.
Smells like a little bit like plum.
I don't like it.
You haven't even tried it.
I know, but the smell makes me like want to throw up.
I like the smell actually.
I know you and I have
You want me to
complete
try it first?
opposite berry taste.
I'll try it first.
You taste it. You're probably gonna like this shit. Let me guess. You like it.
It's not bad.
Yep, I'm gonna hate it.
Tastes like a Starburst.
Yeah, not my.
No. Okay.
Nope.
This next one we gotta try. So there's two that came out. There was like then they also came out
Tastes
with
like
the.
medicine.
A lot of Mountain Dew does these days to us.
No, like that tastes like literally like the grape medicine, like the Tylenol or something I used to have, or the cough syrup when I was.
I think that might be like a placebo.
Ugh, that's what it tastes like. It sounds, now I feel sick.
Oh come on. So this one's called Baja Caribbean Splash. This next one, it's a
Is
more
it
of a pinker
Caribbean
tone.
or Caribbean?
Caribbean. Baja Caribbean. I don't know. What do you think it is?
I say both words, Caribbean and
Like Pirates of the Caribbean?
Caribbean, Caribbean and Caribbean.
So this one has guava. Now you don't.
What's
know,
guava?
It's a sweet fruit. So
I like sweet fruits.
Yeah. See what it is. It's more. These are tropical. You got to remember this.
Oh, Pixel's trying it now. You found something tasty on my phone.
That is an interesting smell.
What's that smell?
What's that smell? Oh. I'm gonna make sure I sip out this rest of this one. Fond memories of Alex the cat.
Yeah. I don't remember what that was all about, though.
I'm not scared to try more.
All right, let me try.
It's probably going to be a good one. We'll see.
All right, say the name of it one more time.
This one is Baja Caribbean Splash with guava flavor.
Honestly, this one smells worse.
Really?
To me.
Oh no.
It smells. Yeah, it doesn't smell good.
Well,
Unless it's just like the smell of the plum one. Mixed
maybe.
With this.
Oh, this one does smell interesting. It smells a little more cotton candy. No?
Actually, this one's kind of like diluted flavor. It's not like it tastes sweet, but I don't really have like a berry or a fruit. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I said it's gonna be a sweet fruit.
I know, but it's like I don't taste a fruit. I just taste like sweet pop. Is what I'm trying to say.
I get, yeah. But what I'm thinking is like guava's a little lighter on the. I
don't really. That's literally all I taste is like sugar water. Like I don't really taste like a fruit, or if there is one, it's a very very light taste versus the other one packed a bigger punch.
So big L on those Mountain Dew. I'd
I
say.
would say an L.
Mm-hmm.
I would give it an L. I need water now.
I'll still drink the passion fruit one right now, though.
I'm sure you would.
Oh, shush. It's still good. I mean, I can probably just have it with dinner or something.
What? You ain't talking to your mic.
I can probably have it with dinner.
podcaster.
I was bending over to put my water down, you dope. So, yeah, we haven't been on for 2 weeks, and what were we doing? Oh, because I had to travel again.
Oh, look. You had to work.
I did, and then we also had we had time to see a couple of movies, so we should probably get into some playing and watching.
Yeah, let's do that.
Mm-hmm. As far as like playing goes, nothing other than what we're doing on stream, really. We're not doing anything off stream for the most part. That's just basic. I'm playing Madden. I mean, that's always fun, but I mean, Fall Guys and Fortnite is what goes through I did a little bit of Rocket League, but nothing too crazy.
Fall Guys, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me, I'm gonna burp here. That's where the Mountain Dew comes back.
Pixel just looked up at you like, are
yeah,
you serious?
I
right
wasn't
now?
feeling good for a second, and that's why I needed
okay.
that. But for watching, we gotta talk a little bit about Oppenheimer.
Uh-huh.
That was the first movie we saw over the weekend. That was a 3-hour film.
What was the movie club movie?
Sound of Freedom.
Okay, I was like, I know it was one of those. I don't remember if I picked Oppenheimer, like what I chose.
No, we didn't know whether or not we were going to see Oppenheimer.
At the time.
Yeah, it got a 10, though, for most.
Oh, I mean, what do you mean we didn't know we were going to go see it? Are you kidding?
In time for the show.
Oh, I was going to say, we knew when the first trailer came out. I was like, we're seeing that. We just saw Christopher Nolan and then a really exciting looking movie. We're like, yep, well, we're Nolan fans.
To you,
so
this
yes.
was exciting.
Yeah.
So that's kind of crazy to me because it's a historical film.
although
Period
I
time.
don't know
Period
why
piece.
that is. Why you find that?
Because you find World War II or anything with science.
Used to.
Yeah.
Growing up, elementary school through high school, I did not like my worst subject was like social studies,
Mhm.
geography, and like world history. Like really the
Yeah.
only thing that
You found
made
zero
me,
interest in
I
it.
found zero interest.
Because
I
I
didn't
don't
like
think they were
it.
teaching it right.
Maybe. I mean, it was just boring learning about old dudes running the country. Like that, I didn't find any interest. My interests were like science,
I guess
like
you
and art and
you
stuff.
did like 1917.
Yes. So the only thing that really like piqued my interest, like kept my attention, was like Egyptian stuff. Like I thought that was cool.
Do you think that mummies and zombies are the same thing?
No.
They are.
Zombies are like living dead, and mummies are still in the ground and dead and just covered up.
Zombies rise up the same as mummies.
But mummy, where are you getting? A mummy is an actual true thing, and a zombie is not real.
Well, I mean, like the
Are you
walking
talking
mummy.
about like in a?
Like a rising mummy is the same.
Yes, I think they just are dressed differently.
Cultural appropriation.
Yes.
Anyways, Oppenheimer.
Yes. Okay, here we go.
This movie, I couldn't follow for a while because of names.
Which honestly is more surprising to me that you had issues following it because, like,
I
did.
I couldn't establish names for people other than Strauss, which is
not Strauss.
Robert Downey
Strauss.
Jr.'s character, very prominent character figure. We're not going to do any spoilers. Try not to. You see Einstein in this.
So here's the thing.
That was great.
Yeah, I
like
absolutely love that.
a portrayal of Einstein, I should say.
Obviously.
Yes.
So this is how much I don't know about history.
I don't know whether or not they actually
when I think of
knew
Einstein,
each other.
I think of like 1800s, like not 1900s.
You don't realize he was during that time period.
Yeah.
I don't know much about Einstein
like,
myself.
Apparently
They did an
Einstein was alive
movie.
70, 80 years
Maybe
ago.
Nolan can do an Einstein movie. How he discovers E equals MC squared or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything about Einstein. So
exactly, but like again, like one of those older guys that had just time periods and stuff like just it didn't make sense.
You don't know
to me when I
where
was
they
younger.
were at.
When they were at in the timeline kind of thing. Like, so when I saw Einstein, I was like, wait a second, what year is this? And I was like,
literally,
when
what
I
year
think
is
of
it?
Einstein, like everybody's probably listening to me right now, like, oh, you're a dumbass. Well, no, I really
Not
did not. I got
necessarily.
like D's and C's and barely passing scores in history.
Alex,
so
a lot of people could not discover a lot of things in geography and like know the history of most things. They might not know Einstein's time period.
Again,
if you knew Einstein's time period, please give us a call on the PTOUnlimited podcast. Our number is 224-225-5780. That's 224 call PT0. Leave us your info.
Anyways, nice ad.
It's not
go
really
on with
an ad.
the movie. Go on
What?
with the movie. Just keep going with the movie.
So, like a lot of significant like symbolism, raindrops, clouds, like just
black and white,
flashes,
different types of black and white,
flashes of white.
Mhm.
Oh my god, like there was some great scenery in this film. The explosion was a little, I'll be honest, underwhelming because you don't get to see more of it. It's just a little bit it's you see the stuff beforehand that like all those like close-ups, but that's like in his mind, like things that he's thinking of and visions.
Well, that's what the movie is you're seeing like his life through his
you don't get to
eyes,
see the other
basically, in his
two,
mind.
which is a little like you don't get to see the other explosions that actually hit Japan. You just hear about it.
But this movie is about his mind and how like he developed it and how he like everything. It's all about that. It's fucking titled Oppenheimer, okay?
Right. That's
it's not
the
it's not titled the atomic bomb. It's not titled like
the drop or anything like anything
the
specific.
It's not
towards
about
that.
the atomic bomb drop. It's not about. It's about him and everything surrounding him, his life.
Yeah, I'm not gonna dog it for that. It had a lot of other things to go on, and that's great. Oh my gosh, my eye. Ever since I was in the shower, my eye has just had an issue in the shower. Even like there was something like Anyways.
You have to go and see this movie, not expecting to see like the drop on Hiroshima and.
I didn't have any expectations in this movie.
Nagasaki?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you hear about it it's more like you see the impacts it had on him, because he had no control over what the U.S. did with this atomic bomb
Right.
after he made it.
Right. Exactly.
It was just more of the, wow, I made this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then like a second later, they're like, all right, we're taking it and you can't do anything about it.
Yeah. True.
And then
until they don't need you
until
anymore.
you don't need, they only need you until they don't need you anymore. That was like
Exactly,
probably the best line of that whole movie. Like,
yeah.
And he was like, what the hell did I do?
Other than the last line of the movie, which we will not say.
Well, actually,
that is chills.
I feel like the best line of the movie is how he talks about the line from, I can never say
the scripture,
which is
that
like,
you're obsessed with. I get.
I love it. Well, for one, because it's in a Linkin Park.
It's very, it's very prominent in the time about that CD.
Yes, but it's also like it really represents the movie. It represents Oppenheimer, where it's like, I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Yeah,
like that whole line right
I
there.
wish they would have put his
time.
like, his actual like interview in there as Cillian Murphy playing it, or Cillian. No one really knows how to say his name.
Okay.
How like his whole like speech about that, because that was just one thing that a lot of people wanted to see more of, like his actual like feeling towards the atom bomb, which is you do see it in a psychological way. You don't get to see it outward, really.
Well, yeah, because he like kind of internalizes.
He hides it.
He's a weird kind of, not weird, but different.
He's a scientist.
He's a
not,
scientist,
and I think that
he's
this
not
is
a emotional.
This might be an Academy Award winner.
Oh yeah,
as far as
this is 100%
acting goes.
Yes,
Robert Downey Jr. probably
100%.
Cillian Murphy will be nominated.
Like 200%.
I don't know if he'll win though. We don't know about other movies. We're not seeing all the movies.
I would think
Alex.
so.
We're going to be biased because it's a Nolan film. That's another thing.
That's true.
I haven't really hated Nolan's work. I will say I have noticed a lot of like people talking about, since Oppenheimer came out, how much people dislike The Dark Knight Rises. And I'm just like, was that movie actually good? And now I'm really starting to stutter on it as far as level of being amazing.
No, it was amazing.
I don't know if it was amazing, but
okay, we'll watch it tonight. Couples night.
You want to watch it tonight? Dark Knight Rises?
It's an amazing movie.
All right. I think it's just loud.
It is.
I think you just like the music.
It's all,
and the cinematics.
Yeah, but that goes with the movie.
But the story. You got to add the story. Yeah, but you're not talking.
Now you're cutting it down. I'm talking about the movie as a
whole. No, I'm not. That's part of the movie. I'm talking about the
movie as a whole. Now you're saying, oh, you just like the music. Yeah, I like the music, but I like the music. I like the story. Like I like everything.
You like the story.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I did not like Oppenheimer's nickname being said, Oppie. Yeah, it's like a puppy
Maybe
call.
That's what they called him. I don't
know. There is a lot of censorship going on with this movie. I didn't know if you know that, but India, Florence Pugh. I don't know if you know if that's who was completely nude with Cillian Murphy.
Okay.
She's censored in India, complete with a black dress.
Okay.
And they're also cutting the entire sex scene, which is where he reads the book.
Where he reads the book, yeah.
That's prominent in the story.
I know, but it's different.
People are in uproar about it.
I know, it's different countries. Whatever. We at least.
I'm just saying that's happening around. Like you're not seeing, like they're not seeing the whole thing. So
yeah, okay.
In theaters, I get that. I didn't know what came after the explosion, like the whole political.
I didn't know about any of that either.
Huge part of the film.
That was the only part of the film that was slightly confusing to me.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know about like the allegations and actually not necessarily allegate, but just like all of
the allegations.
Like just the
But we're seeing it from one side. I don't know. Maybe the military had another side.
Well, I didn't know what happened with him after the bomb.
True. Same. That's what I'm saying too.
And they focus like the second half of the movie is what happens after the bomb.
Yeah.
As dropped.
That you don't realize how much more there is in this film, and there really is lot.
There's a lot.
It's a lot of post World War II stuff, even so. But yeah, like I would say that you get the Nolan sounds that make you jump. All of a sudden,
well, yeah,
bang,
we saw it in IMAX, man. Like boom.
Oh yeah, we were 4 rows back.
Dude, my neck hurts.
My
thinking
neck
about it.
was. If we were a row up, I would have had to go to the chiropractor the next day.
Oh yeah.
But I endured the pain afterwards. Like, we were a little too close. I think we need to be back for
That's
this
why
one.
I told you, I'm like, I can't. If I did not have my glasses with me, I wouldn't have been able to like this movie at all.
I think that I had a little bit of a panic attack during this movie because the sound was a little overwhelming for me. It was. I
You
did.
had a
oh
panic
yeah,
attack?
I was like scooting around. I was like, man, this is woo. This movie puts you in the seat.
It does.
Nolan knows how to put it together. But the problem that a lot of people don't like about Nolan films is the continuity, about how he patches things in different spots. Like, I can never remember the name of this film. It was the movie about time, Tenet.
Oh, okay.
That was all patched in, but that had to.
Yeah.
That movie is
About
great.
time.
That movie is fantastic. If Brett were on the show, that would be a freaking movie club movie. I know he might hate it.
He
though.
might hate it.
Yeah. We ran into Kevin after the movie. That was pretty nice. That was
that was a past
he's been on the show a couple
guest.
times. So
Musician.
yeah, musician. He's now working, doing his own thing. He's happy, married. Everything's going great for him. So we're really happy to see him. So yeah, Barbenheimer was like the Barbenheimer. Let me say it right. Barbenheimer has been going around. We did not see Barbie. It got it doubled, I think, what Oppenheimer did in the box office, but I think that might flip next week. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know where Barbie's gonna go from.
I mean,
I've
you're
been
not
hearing
going to take
weird
your
things
kids to
about
go
it.
see Oppenheimer, and you're going to go take your kids to see Barbie. That's where you're seeing the jump in price.
Right.
Barbie is for everyone kind of thing, and Oppenheimer is for like a specific.
It's for the adults.
Yeah, it's adult only.
It's definitely
Like, I'm not
adults.
going to take my kid
Did
less
we
than
have
15 probably to go see Oppenheimer.
Were there any kids in Oppenheimer?
Babe, that theater was so packed and dark and squished, I have no idea. But it looked like, from what I could see, us walking out, mainly adults.
Yeah. It was a freaking 2:30 showing. We were out at almost 7.
Yeah, it's a long movie too.
Felt like.
But anyways,
we were
like,
out at
final
6,
reviews
sorry, not
on
7.
Oppenheimer.
I'm gonna give it a 9.5.
I agree.
Yep, it's a good movie. We've been watching Severance. We gotta talk about that one.
How many more episodes?
3 episodes. I think
3?
I need to butt in on your Dark Knight Rises and just say we're gonna watch Severance.
Maybe.
Because this show has just cranked it up to 11. It's so
like, I had
good.
to fight last night to watch the episode that we watched because I was starting to get.
It ended on such a cliffhanger.
It did. So I was like, oh man, but I'm just so exhausted from the day. I was like, I really wanted to watch another episode, but I knew I would do the whole head bobbing and have to go back and rewatch the episode because I can't pay attention. And
You paid attention to all of it, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
You walked off with the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's not really a spoiler. The show has been out for a year. Ish. I don't know when it ended, but it came out in 2022. Started in 2022.
It's amazing, though. I love it.
It is great. I'm loving it. I keep on forgetting it's a Ben Stiller project.
That surprises me.
Yeah, because when I looked up this miniseries right now, when I looked it up, I saw Ben Stiller, like, his face, like, they're talking about the direction of it. I'm just like, oh, I keep on forgetting he's on this whole project. We binged Quarterback.
Pretty much. It's been a while since we've, like, legit what I would say binge a show.
Right.
And we binged that, definitely.
Yeah.
Like a couple 2 to 3 episodes a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great series. I have the utmost respect for Kirk Cousins. Like,
that is said live, by the way. That's said live on the PTOUnlimited podcast.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Now, Josh, would you say after watching Quarterback, Kirk Cousins is Jaboy?
Get me a Super Bowl and I'll tell you.
Okay. But pretty close.
He's had one playoff win.
I know, but...
One playoff win.
I know.
I'm not going to give him anything until he gets me more.
Okay.
You got to give me 2 or 3 and then a Super Bowl.
He is like the cutest quarterback.
He's got a lot of good going for him. That's what I love about him.
He just seems like a genuine person.
Yeah.
Like a genuine wholesome
Very
person.
wholesome.
Like, he is basically, like, for any team in the United States, for the NFL, his attitude, his personality, just him in general, if I were to, like, try to match the quarterback with the team,
Yeah.
That is an easy like Minnesota.
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
he just like represents Minnesota.
I think that he shouldn't have gone to
the
Washington.
personnel.
I think he should have gone right to Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
If that's the case.
Just the way like the personality and like the way Minnesotans are like that's just he's totally Minnesota.
Oh, he absolutely is. I'm
He probably does bleed purple and gold and just doesn't know it.
Yeah, he's waiting.
Because he's from Michigan, isn't he?
He's from Michigan. He's
Yeah.
always wanted to be. Yeah, I think he likes Minnesota. I'm pretty certain he loves it. But yeah, I really enjoyed seeing it. Marcus Mariota got the big boot, man. That sucks.
Yeah.
Now it even sucks even harder. He's farther from his homeland of Hawaii. He's going to be. He's going to Philadelphia as a backup for Hurts. Great backup for Hurts.
That's a great backup.
So. Philadelphia's got a lot going for him.
Gonna have
this
a
season.
strong team this year.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of toss up. I don't know who's gonna win these games. Like we gotta see. Patrick Mahomes, very showboaty, and the F-bomb.
You can definitely tell he's young.
The F-bomb, man. Like, come on.
You know what? Some people, that's just. I mean, he's from Texas. Like, and I feel like that, like, just depending on how you grow up, what you're. I mean, look at his history and all the sports he's been in, and his demeanor. Like, it just kind of fits his personality, to be honest. Like, whatever.
He's man.
There's a reason why that they don't have
People
him mic'd
are worried
up.
about Kelsey on the microphone.
I'm not worried about Kelsey.
I love Kelsey.
I like Kelsey.
Burrowhead my ass. That was such a great moment. I really enjoyed watching quarterback. I think that if they do another season, they need to focus.
I will say that, like, I already had respect for Mahomes. Like, I thought he was a great football player, but watching the way he plays and how he trains and how different he is, like with the way he throws the ball, his footwork, and just the way his body moves and stuff, and that they actually like pointed out, you know. His head is kind of like a lot like an owl,
he can
where
shift
his body moves and his head just stays where it's at.
Shoulder spine separation or whatever.
Yeah,
it's
like,
pretty crazy.
So, and the way he like throws the football is like a baseball player, and I don't know, it's just like I don't know, it just makes me more that, and you know, with his ankle injury last year, and then getting it hit multiple times,
working through it, along with Kirk Cousins' rib injury.
Oh yeah, Kurt's a beast.
Oh, did we score? No. Oh, I would have gotten up sooner. Man, that was such a he's laying there.
There's a reason why he is just got such a huge almost like a hula hoop of padding around his ribs.
Yeah.
He gets hit so much. I feel bad.
I really do.
But yeah, so I have a lot
Hopefully
bigger
our
respect
offensive line is going to be better.
For the quarterbacks and all the shit that they have to learn, and they're
learn and to memorize
all these different terms and how the plays and everything and what the words they came up with for the plays.
Yeah.
And then Kirk Cousins is in one of these episodes, he shouts out a play multiple times, and he's like, and that's just Sunday's game.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what?
he spouted off a whole bunch of different play routes and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know what that is.
And then not just him, but the team needs to learn that too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
they just need to hear out their own call.
Well, yeah, their own part of the play is what they need to memorize.
He needs to know what they're all doing.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a full head to toe, mind, body, soul experience being an NFL quarterback, it looks like. So congrats on if you've made it to be a primary front man for the NFL.
The thing is, I think this came out in season too late. They should have done Tom Brady. No. You don't wonder what it would have been like?
I don't care.
You don't care?
I'm not a Brady fan.
I know you're not, but I think he would have been a good one to be put in as far as a veteran.
Yeah, probably, because a lot of football players look up to him and represent.
I'm not saying that he's deserving of it, but that would have been an interesting pick.
Yeah, you can watch it then.
Anyways, moving on, we watched some trailers because of San Diego Comic-Con had some stuff. Gen V, which is a
a side
spin-off
story
of The Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Going to happen in a college where they're learning about their powers. So it's more
which kind of looks like X-Men, but just a darker, bloodier version.
Oh
basically,
God.
The Boys version of X-Men.
Yeah. Well, I mean, The Boys kind of are X-Men in a sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say.
Strange Planet.
Yeah,
That's what the blue aliens.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Looks
actually
good.
bringing the series to Apple TV. That's going to look pretty funny, actually. It's about the aliens that are trying to learn our culture, and they just spout out the literal stuff.
I like it. Looks fun.
They threw out confetti and said, "Tiny garbage."
Tiny garbage.
Very true. Very true. We watched the trailer for the Marvels. You said it looks so stupid.
It looks stupid. I'm gonna say it right now, I'm not watching it.
I'm totally on board with that. I think we've moved on from. Are we done with Marvel? Other
We
than
say that
Spider-Man?
a lot. We'll just.
No, are we done?
Other than Spider-Man, I don't know.
Okay, I don't think I need to follow it very much. Like the series is not getting me, grabbing me. Apparently, you can watch Secret Invasion on Hulu right now, according to your brother. That's what he said to me. I didn't check it out. I haven't watched Hulu in a little bit. I probably should. Rick and Morty season 7 is confirmed. They will be recasting the voice for Justin Roiland and with sound-alikes. So it's officially happening, and
isn't what's his face from TikTok? Didn't he get reached out?
Yeah, but I don't know what's happening there. He might have NDAs he signed, so
Maybe.
he might be at one. Might be one. But that's what's gonna lead us into the movie club movie, which is very, very controversial.
Can't say controversial.
What's the word?
Because it's not controversial.
Why do you say that?
Because I don't like people saying, "Oh, you saw the controversial movie." I'm like, what does that even mean?
Okay, well,
explain why it's controversial right now. What's controversial about it?
Because it's tearing people's opinions
about
whether or not there's conspiracy behind it.
What's the conspiracy?
I don't know.
Exactly.
And I don't know why people are. I don't know. It's because it's being funded by a studio that people don't agree with. I don't know.
Okay, who the hell cares who it's being funded by? It's the message.
Whether or not they're sending the right message.
Well,
but there's proof of
I think
what
the message
happens.
that they're sending, I don't know if they could send a better one or a worse one.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just giving you what I've heard. So what I'm saying is they show you the actual raid in this movie that goes down. There's no other tale about it. How
it's
can
either
you...
you're for child trafficking
That's
or you're against it. Like
not,
that's what people are trying to like. When you say it's controversial, I feel like that's the argument. I'm like, what is the argument?
What
you
the
want
topic
children
is
to be trafficked?
What the topic is what people don't like to talk about.
Exactly. So talk about it. Make it so it's not so like taboo to talk about, because it's a real thing and it's happening and it's been happening and it needs to be taken care of.
Right, I agree.
Which is, I think, the big message about this, the whole reason this whole movie is out.
Right.
Tell me once, have you ever seen, other than TikTok, an advertisement for this movie?
No.
Exactly. And how is it first, second, and third place box office wise?
It's
because of word of mouth.
Yeah, people are telling...
that at the end of the movie, that's literally what they're saying. They're like, people are like, you're not going to be able to see this movie anywhere because people are trying to keep it out of the theaters. Like bigger, people with money don't want you to hear about this kind of stuff. Well, I have not seen one freaking ad anywhere. The only way Josh and I ever figured out about this movie was on TikTok, and TikTokers talking about it and sharing. Like even the trailer is like, just, you have to search for the trailer. Like it's not on the TV. It's not popping up on any ads on Hulu, Netflix, or anything you have ads on. The only way we found out about this movie was TikTok. And now it's like what, number 2, I think, in the box office.
3.
It's 3 now. It's only 3 right now because of Oppenheimer and Barbie.
True.
Which is extremely weird. That's like at the end of the movie, it has like a little QR code and stuff that you can scan, and like basically telling you, share the movie, share the message, blah, blah, blah. And we went to, again, another sold out show.
It was sold out. Yes, it was sold out. I mean, it was against a lot. Oh, you got him? You can have him. You want him? Yeah. Hold on to him. I'm warm. What? Oh, okay. Now I can talk about it because you were kind of giving your own spiel while I was fixing this.
I was just talking about the box office.
Yeah, the box office.
What are you trying to fix?
This.
Oh.
Yes. So the box office is. Let's actually say like what this movie is, because I actually wrote down the about.
Okay.
After rescuing a young boy from ruthless child traffickers, a federal agent learns the boy's sister is still captive and decides to embark on a dangerous mission to save her. With time running out, he quits his job and journeys deep into the Colombian jungle, putting his life on the line to free her from a fate worse than death. Now, this stars Jim Caviezel, Bill Camp, and Mira Sorvino. So there is a budget to this. It was $14.5 million, and it was released on July 4th. As of right now, it's done $124.4 million in the box office. On Rotten Tomatoes, it is sitting at a 71% on critics and 99% fans.
Agree.
So Oppenheimer, same percentage about. So yeah, kind of crazy. This is against the wishes of the producers that Jim Caviezel was played in this film, and man, I don't know. You can say one thing about this film or not, like whether or not the message is the only thing you go for, or if there's like sound, volume, acting, those kinds of things. People look for those things in this film. I could tell you some of the acting's a little dry.
Yeah, I wouldn't say acting is up there as like
Pulls you out of the
woohoo.
narrative a little bit. Me, because I couldn't. The way the dad acted in this film is not the way a dad would act in this film. No way.
I agree. Yeah.
No way. A lot more hysterical. The
Yeah,
reactions
but not
would be a lot
everybody-
more.
Again, not everybody. You're talking about like a just what you would think is
You
like
lose
a
both your
stereotypical-
kids. You're
Well,
not
yeah,
gonna.
But I feel like you're talking about everybody.
The way he portrayed that, though,
Yeah.
just didn't.
But somebody else might act completely differently. They might internalize and their pain and suffering. Be a little bit more silent about things.
Well, that's not what we're doing in movies. Movies, you need to act.
I know, I understand. Playing
So
devil's advocate here.
pulled me out of the film. Devil's advocate here. Be better acting. The kids were, I mean, the two main ones. Those, I mean, the girl, her singing was, oh boy. When we're gonna have to get into some spoilers here because this is the movie club. When she does get rescued and the singing at the end with the actual bongos, because it seems like that's something she's always wanted, because at the beginning of the film she's using her flip-flops against a box.
Yeah.
So she had bongos at the end, which is what I guess her dad bought while she was gone to kind of like commemorate her music.
Yeah.
But the fact that she returned, she was able to play on that. That might just be a symbolic thing that, kids
Like new life.
go back
kind
to
of
their
thing is
life
what I
and
thought. New
restart,
life, new
try to go back
beginning.
to what they were doing.
Mhm.
But yeah, that I shed some tears, man. It was dark.
Mhm.
It was dark. It was hard to handle sometimes. Like, it was like, oh boy, like the way. There was one that was like being part of like an actual the sting operation that goes down. There's an actual interview that Tim Ballard actually said happened. Was like one of the boys said to him that he would like some drug paraphernalia because that calms him down during these things.
Mhm.
A child.
You learn when you're in the trafficking.
Fuck, dude.
Mhm. You learn from another kid, Oh, if you just take this, you won't feel anything.
There's been a lot of like stories on TikTok about some TikTokers who have been trafficked,
Mhm.
and
coming
they're
out with
still
their
making
stories.
videos. Like, they're locked away and they're still making videos. Like, that's their job, and they can't send anything out because it's not live. It's all pre-recorded, so anything they say is cut. Scary stuff.
Yeah, it's scary.
Like, you
But
hope.
I don't like the one line that really got me was the whole like you could sell a bag of cocaine once.
exactly.
But you could sell a kid from the age of 5 to the age of like 15.
He just gave out
like
an average.
10 times a day for 5 to 10 years of their life. Every day.
It's just.
And I was like, oh my God, like you never think about that.
Gut-wrenching,
Like,
you
it's
know?
just horrible to think about. And like that child could be in Texas one day, could be in another country the next.
Yeah. You could see that this movie had a budget, actually. Like, there's some, like, they had some good camera work. Like, the direction's fine. I'm not saying anything bad about that.
I think one of the only things that I think they should have done, which I don't know if it would have made it a lot harder for the movie to come out, well, they based the kids that are getting trafficked on in like, you know, a foreign, like middle or like lower class country.
Yeah.
And where I think they should have based it was the United States. And I think if they would have based it in the United States, this movie would have had a lot more trouble coming out.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because apparently the United States is
a big
one
part
of the
it.
biggest child trafficking countries in the world.
Oh yeah. There's plenty of stories that we've heard online.
And it's not just like the reason why you don't like hear about it, they don't talk about it.
Because
and
people are all
like,
hush about it.
Like, hey, you know, oh, this is legit happening, you know, at the person next door. This is happening to your neighbor.
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next door neighbor, it could be someone completely different you don't even
Mm-hmm.
know. It's really hard to trust people.
It is. Yeah.
But the people that you do trust, you hope that
like the videos and stuff that they show of like legit like kidnappings.
Well,
and
that
stuff,
was
like
that was during the credits, like the opening credits.
Yeah, just like
and
showing
that
you
was
prepping
just
you
terrifying.
for like this is actual footage of kids just being snatched. Like how quickly, you know, you turn around to put something in your car, your kid's gone.
My mom was so scared of that. You have no idea. Oh, 5 kids. 5 kids, dude. I don't know how the anxiety didn't just go over the roof when we went to the mall. Family of 7.
I mean, it makes me kind of scared too. It makes me kind of scared too of like, wow, we played outside. Like our generation was the last generation to just play outside without any supervision. Like,
you think
I mean,
so?
But I mean, if you know my history, you know, things happen. It was a dark, scary time.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's a little bit more out
People
in the
used to know their neighbors
now.
a little more personal,
Yeah,
though.
I feel like everyone's a little bit, especially after COVID, everyone's more shut in.
Even then, a decade prior still. Let's take 5 years before COVID. Still, people are still kind of iffy about their neighbors in the big city because of how crime happens, you know. I've had my car broken into. You've had your car broken into
multiple times.
We have a video of that.
I know we did.
I watched that the other day actually when I was looking for stuff. It was like a month ago.
How they didn't take anything, and including
they didn't even take your
24
iPod.
The 24 pack of fresh toilet paper they didn't even take.
And that was right before COVID.
That was right before COVID.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they had no idea the pot of gold that was in the
was
back of
gold
my
right there.
trunk or the back of my car.
I think we brought that in the house after that.
We did. I
Yeah.
was like, damn, they didn't even take my TV.
But then they tossed it a second time and actually took the iPod.
They did.
Yeah, they didn't
My
take all the
iPod
change and dump
Nano
the
from like
change.
2007.
Yeah,
It doesn't even work.
because you never locked that car.
I know. 'Cause I didn't care. There's nothing to take. An Xbox 360 earpiece
Yeah,
that doesn't work.
Yeah,
Sure, go ahead, dang it. Get $1. Not even $1. Get a penny for it.
yeah. Back to Sound of Freedom.
Yeah.
This movie was finished in 2018. It took this long for filmmakers to get it completed because they were turned down by various distributing companies. But one of them was 20th Century Fox, was actually originally set to distribute the film. It was shelved when the studio was bought by Disney.
Interesting.
Interesting enough. Just that's the quiet part out loud right there, right? I'm just saying. Kind of scary. At the end of the credits, Jim Caviezel delivers a special message to the theater. We talked about that. In it, he talks about how the kids in the story are the real heroes, and how the cast and crew believed in the movie so much that they hurdled various barriers to get into theaters, referencing the 5-year gap between the film being finished and it being released. At the end, he urged moviegoers to pull their phones out, and he talked about the QR code. You don't have to, but you can just share that actual link. And it's actually worked. This is the first indie film to surpass $100 million at the box office in the post-pandemic era.
Good. It should.
As of movie release, Ballard has 9 children with his wife of 11 years. 2 of them were adopted from a sting operation he and his organization performed in Haiti when he couldn't find their parents. They reside in Utah as of the movie's release. Theorized, about that area, Haiti having that bad stuff go down. You know, it's kind of crazy that's a thing that it's actually they adopted 2 of them. Tim Ballard founded an anti-slavery charity organization called Operation Underground Railroad in October 2013 in Salt Lake City, Utah. As of the movie's release, it is headquartered in Anaheim, California. The organization regularly takes part in anti-human trafficking conferences and has performed sting operations and financially supports law enforcement agencies during human trafficking stings. This movie is dark, you know.
It is.
I can't
like
really...
I said, all right, so we were talking about this on the podcast 2 weeks ago about going and seeing it. I said, this is not a movie you go
we're not
to,
rating it.
This is not a movie you go to rate.
We'll just tell you whether or not to see it.
Yeah.
You know?
This is a movie that you go to get the message. And then did they successfully sell the message? Yes, they did.
With a lot of plot armor.
Well, yes, of course.
But you don't know what's, you know, how far off the grid they can get. It's kind of scary because in this movie, he finds the girl in literally the middle of the jungle in the rainforest in South America and on maintenance roads that never get traveled because they're so obsolete, and the river is just covered by people with guns, and it's like, man.
Well, then you hear, like, when they find out where she's at or where she might be, like, everybody's saying, like, oh, nobody goes in and nobody comes out kind of thing. Like, there's places in this world that
exists.
Like, that exists like that. Like, where if you're there, military, there's no help coming for you.
Yeah.
It's, nope. Not allowed.
Mexico scares me a little bit, you know, about that.
Why? Because there's places like that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, you and I don't know where those places are, and I hope we never discover those places.
Scary stuff. That's why they always say stay on the resorts.
Right.
But no, see this movie if you can, if you do believe that it has a message to tell. I believe it does. It's not one to take lightly. There might be some stuff in there that could be fabricated, but the operation in the middle of the film is real. And it takes place. It's true.
It's disgusting.
52 kids in that one.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
And that's factual. They show the actual camera footage at the end of the film of that sting operation.
When you actually see, like, the footage of the sting operation,
and you see the people they arrest, the woman who was an actual
she's like
beautician, like she was like
a Miss something,
Miss America
or something,
nominee or winner. I don't remember what she won, but
yeah. Like, she's a lure. Like, she's a pretty person that, like, lures the kids.
That's just like the trustworthy kind of things like that. It's kind of scary, you know. That's why they always say never talk to strangers.
All right, trust your gut.
You have always had great gut feelings about most situations. You've been kind of that way for a while, and I say that we've avoided some bad situations because of it.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So thankful for that. You got some kind of ability, I don't know.
I have a secret power.
She's got powers, folks.
Yeah, I've got powers.
Yeah, go see this film, guys. If it might come to streaming soon. I don't know where it's gonna stream.
I don't know where it's gonna stream.
They'll probably put it on their own website, I'm gonna guess, for free eventually, with an ad at the beginning of something. I can see them doing that. It could go to like Roku or something. I could see him putting it up there.
Yeah.
But you never know. There could be a channel that it puts up or it goes onto. This one's dark. It will open your eyes to some scary stuff, is what I actually wrote in the notes here for myself. Like to say it'll open your eyes. I cried. Did you cry? I did. I had tears.
I internalized it. I'm an internalizer.
Yeah, I'm not.
Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
I know. I'm very external.
I was screaming and yelling and like crying on the inside, but when I'm in a theater full of people and not on my couch, it's difficult for me to open up.
There are some slow parts of the movie where you kind of like it's hard to continue on. It's like, okay, there's not much going on in the story, but then it eventually picks up. But I'm not going to dog it for that either. It's definitely more realistic of a film that way. For my pick for the next episode, and that's going to be in 2 weeks. Yes, 2 weeks. We are going to be doing Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning.
All right. I was wondering if we were going to go see that.
I've been wanting to see it. I forgot about it actually. Like in a sense, I just totally forgot that this movie exists.
I did
'cause there's
too.
so many other movies that have been on my mind. Oppenheimer, Barbie has been on my mind, and
It's
then
like
also
all of a
Sound
sudden
Freedom.
everything that was pushed
Transformers,
aside
Flash.
for 2020 and 2021 is like, and we're going to release this movie, this movie, this
Well,
movie.
it's timing because this whole writer's strike is going on,
Well,
and
that too. Yeah.
Hollywood's under some major pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not certain what's going to happen with that.
We'll see.
We're going to see a lot of content creators winning on the internet, I think, is what's going
Well,
to
it's
happen.
because what people are going to flock to when we're out of content.
We better start thinking up some content.
We're making content right now. We're doing it right now.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like some actual, like maybe we can find out.
Oh, you want to make some content? Ooh.
Let's move on.
Let's move on.
So you know how we were like really, really excited about Microsoft and updating Halo to have like the custom controls?
Yes. Let me guess. They said never mind.
No, it's still happening. They're bringing it out entirely now, where you can remap your controller for everything.
Woohoo!
So it's not just gonna be out for Halo; it's gonna be out for everything. It's gonna say Xbox Update Preview Alpha users will receive accessibility additions in the next update, and it'll allow physically disabled players to remap keyboard keys to a controller. This feature can be tried by players who opt into the update preview program. Keyboard keys can be mapped to the Xbox Elite Wireless Controller Series 2 or Xbox Adaptive Controller. The update benefits those who are having difficulty using traditional keyboards. Currently, only single keys or functions can be set to a controller button, and it depends on the game support. So
I love it.
yeah, it's going to be
Yay,
great.
that's a positive. Good job, Microsoft.
Yeah, I'm more excited about how they're oh my gosh, I totally forgot about this. I totally forgot about this article. I was reading my notes. I'm really excited about how they're actually making a lot more controllers accessible for other players, because I'd like an ability to have hearing on one side with games, but that's why I play Fortnite, because I'm able to see where the sound is coming from. So when people say, "Did you see, hear, sound?" Like when people complain about a zip line or something, I know whether or not it's us, because if it's us, it never shows up. So when Brian says something, he doesn't have it turned on, and that's not his fault. But he'll have that turned on, or he'll say, "Oh, someone's on a zip line." It's like, well, yeah, no one's panicking because it was one of us. Because we don't just go by the sound; we go by the actual.
There's like a
visual sound.
Visual sound.
That's why I play Fortnite more, because that gives me that option. Warzone, I had that issue with sound. I never really had that issue with Halo, so I was always able to use a mini map pretty well. But yeah, I'm more excited about how that's moving on. Did you ever watch Elf?
No.
Or Biker Mice from Mars?
No.
Do you know what I'm going to talk about?
Yes.
Ryan Reynolds is
yes.
just suddenly bringing these back.
Well, I like what you said in our group chat about he's trying to keep up with the nostalgia.
He
factor.
really is. Free Guy?
Free Guy.
That movie is amazing.
It is. I thought it was very underrated.
Like, that's like one of those millennial nostalgic movies of
100%
being a user in a video game. You're a sim.
Yep.
It's great. Watch that movie. Those types of movies that Ryan Reynolds has been doing, the types of projects he's attached to, great. He's doing everything great. I just hope he's just doing everything good, you know? Like, he's Deadpool. I've seen some set photos of him and
Wolverine.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman. I was trying to say the actual actor, and they're doing more traditional costuming. It's because Ryan Reynolds is pushing for that. People aren't normally like, they were scared to bring
I think he
that.
sees what we want, kind of thing.
We're okay with the nerdiness. We're okay with the comebacks of the things that we weren't used to watching, or we watched as a kid, you know? I'd be surprised. I mean, they brought back Full House. They brought back Boy Meets World into their own, you know, separate.
Yeah, but it didn't work.
And iCarly.
At least I don't think it did.
They're still going.
I know.
iCarly. They brought back Roseanne, and they moved that to the Connors. Those types of shows were brought back, you know? The nostalgia factor worked with a lot of those. None of them listing it sounds bad.
I know.
They're supposed to bring back Rocko's Modern Life, but we have yet to hear of that still. They just did a movie, like an hour-long special or something. But I'm saying like they brought back some nostalgia, and you just wonder if they're gonna keep doing that, if they're gonna bring out anything original. But I mean, we've been watching original adult animated stuff like Solar Opposites and 10-Year-Old Tom.
I love it. 10-Year-Old Tom is up there. I love it.
You quote the fart machine episode.
It's so funny. I love it. It's broken. What's broken? My rear end, obviously.
The fart machine breaks in his backpack, and he farts
it just
like
keeps going.
What did they say? 390 times within a span of 5 minutes. You should be dead.
It becomes like an emergency situation where they think his butthole's falling out.
And then they catch his mom digging a hole with a fart machine
to bury
it. It's such a
great
offbeat episode. I mean, the
know.
show is
I like fart humor though.
You do like fart humor. How do you feel about Twitter changing their logo?
I don't care.
You don't care?
I don't really care logo's either. A logo.
Did you know that the bird was named Larry?
Nope.
Yeah.
I didn't know it had a name. I thought it was a Twitter bird.
I thought that.
Birds tweet.
That's So now people are calling it Zitter and calling it Zeeting because you X using the X instead of a T. Hey, that's not me. That's them. I'm not the one. I
don't care. I'm old. I'm turning into Brett.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Would you say you're in your mid-30s?
Nope. I told everybody at the bachelorette party that I'm 28 and they believed it, so I'm good.
Oh my God. Would you stop it? You're going to make people upset with you saying that because they're going to be like, oh, I'm just...
At work, I'm 28 too.
Well, hey, some people believe you. You actually, you fooled people when you were at the bachelorette party, which you didn't speak about.
My sister is getting married in a few months, and we celebrated her bachelorette party not this last weekend, but the weekend before.
You were gone for 3 days.
I was gone for 3 days.
I streamed a lot while you were gone, by the way.
Josh took my streaming days, basically.
I did.
But I was gone like Friday night, all day Saturday, and Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Really, the only big fun thing that I'm going to talk about that I really wanted to talk about on the podcast was a story that happened Saturday night when we went out to the bar and got all dressed up. My sister Paige got the whole bachelorette sash and stuff on and whatnot. So we're out at a bar, and it's up at like a lake area. So it's not exactly hopping with it's really just hopping with locals. I don't know I'm not exactly sure how to describe the bar. It's newer and more upbeat. It has a tiny dance floor, has like a walk-up bar, also has a pool table, it's decent size. But the music was decent. The DJ was
it decent though?
I'm trying to say it wasn't like a 10 out of 10 tier. It wasn't like 0 or 1.
You've been saying decent as their descriptions.
That is what it is.
Can you add to your thesaurus a little bit?
It's decent. But
it's decent.
It's decent. But I think what helped with the music flow was the DJ was probably like in his 50s. And really kind of read the room. And I think the average age, adding us in there, made it go down a little bit.
Okay.
That's kind of the age range we're looking for, is like 35 40. So really they didn't really play a lot of new songs. It was a lot of more early 2000s R&B, hip hop, booty grinding music kind of stuff,
as they should.
So it was just it was fun music. So we get there and get some drinks ordered, take a couple shots and whatnot in honor of the wedding situation. And
the wedding situation.
We're sitting in the back of the bar so we can hear a little bit more, and we're all sitting at a round table. There's about 9 of us girls sitting there, and one of the girls saw that you can go up and suggest songs. So she's like, I'm going to go up and suggest a song real quick, because it was a potential that there was going to be karaoke, but there wasn't. It was just what was called a karaoke dance party. So it's just common fun songs to dance to.
Yeah.
So she goes up there. She runs back to the table and puts her hands down like, oh my God, guys, I've got something to say. I was like, oh, what? What's going on? She's like, so here's the situation. This is coming from her. So here's the situation. So I'm talking to the DJ, right? And the DJ pauses and looks over, and there's a big group of Amish people that just walked in. And he goes, holy shit, it's going to be a great night. The Electric Amish just walked in. And all of us at the table went, the fucking what? So apparently they're just a known group around that area known as the Electric Amish. They come out and they celebrate like the Rumspringer. So there was a couple girls in their group that were celebrating their Rumspringer, which is, can you describe what it is? It's like
it's when the Amish have the opportunity. I think it's still the opportunity to decide whether or not they're going to
want to
like
stay in the Amish community or want to like join us.
Sherry had a tattoo.
It looked like really fresh, to be honest. Like, so I don't know if it was like she just got it or
like a stick on.
Well, either that or
she might have still been deciding.
We're deciding. I don't know. So, but basically, one of the girls out of the two that were there,
it is like entirely about that.
Yeah,
but
one of the girls. So everyone was dressed up in their Amish gear, like botnet.
So weird seeing them in the club.
Yeah, it was because it was definitely more of a clubby feel, not necessarily just like a pub or.
I say the club, but
yeah, it was more like a clubby feel kind of bar. And so she's dressed up from like head to toe, like traditional Amish clothing, botnet, dress, everything down to about like shin. From shin down, she actually has no socks on. She's wearing flip-flops. It's like, ooh, she's letting it all hang loose tonight kind of thing. Yeah. It's like, woohoo, let the feet air out kind of thing. And the other girl was like in mostly Amish gear, but she also had like a little t-shirt or something that said celebrating my Rumspringer.
Yeah.
And all the guys that were there were like full on like kind of like the protectors. You could tell like they were already had their Rumspringer. They're just like the elders protecting them kind of thing. They weren't really celebrating.
Well, they want to make sure they get home alive.
Well, true. They were.
Oh, you gotta speak about that too.
Yeah. So, anyways, so they back to the story where the girls. So one of the girls slams her head. The Electric Amish is here. So we see them. They walked in. The girls walked in already trashed. Like you can tell the Amish ladies are just. They're gone. They're having a grand old time, and we were just laughing and like, oh, I'm so happy for them letting loose. And all of a sudden, probably like maybe 20 minutes into us being there and the Amish is there, right? We start hearing on the loudspeaker a song called Gangster's Paradise. So everybody in the 90s should know what this song is. And I start hearing the beat to it, and I was like, oh my God, girls, you know what would make my night is if they're not actually playing Gangster's Paradise right now, but if they start playing Weird Al's version of it called Amish Paradise. And everybody kind of pauses, and they're like, is it? And then you just start... Then you hear Amish Paradise start playing, and the Amish actually go nuts, by the way, run out onto the dance floor and start, like, jumping up and down and singing the song. And I was like, this is the best night of my life. Yeah. I'm going to go out on the fucking dance floor and dance with the Amish to Amish Paradise, which I did. Yeah. And I sent Josh a picture, like texting me and stuff. I was like, I cannot make this shit up. I'm currently on the dance floor dancing to Amish Paradise with the Electric Amish from this area.
Yeah.
It was actually a lot of fun. We were like cheering them on. It was like, y'all having a grand old time.
Yeah.
Should send it to Weird Al. Be like, they actually love your
sure
song.
He's seen plenty. I'm sure he's getting plenty.
Yeah, so that, I mean, most of the night was like actually a lot of fun. I mean, it was like, hanging out with the girls, taking this brand new shot that I've had that Josh claims I've had before. Which
gummy bear.
It was called a gummy bear, which I don't remember what's in it. I just know that my go-to bitch shot which is like an easy shot to take back, is a lemon drop, which is just lemon liqueur or vodka and a lemon. And gummy bear, don't know what it is, but it's amazing. If you don't like shots and you don't think you could take one, and you're a little bitch about it like me, go order a gummy bear.
Man,
I'm serious. Like, I cannot take shots anymore. I'm old.
Oh,
but I will tell you what, I will take one of those back to back to back if you want me to.
I'm sure it's no different than Hypnotic.
What?
So I'm certain it's no different than Hypnotic, like a sweet.
A Hypnotic, if I even look at the bottle, I will throw up.
Yeah, okay.
I'm serious. Like, it's one of those alcohols I can't. Throwing up enough of it.
Yeah.
But no, it was a good time. We celebrated, and then this last weekend, we celebrated her bridal shower, which went very well as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I helped you decorate for that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I showed up right when you were like about to text me to pick you up. That was pretty nice.
Yeah.
So I don't know how we can feel about this situation with, I don't know if you heard about Miranda Lambert and her concert being kind of called out lately because she called out fans for taking selfies during her show.
Okay.
Miranda Lambert stopped her performance of Tin Man during her Las Vegas show after noticing concert goers using their phones. She expressed frustration with people more focused on taking selfies than listening to the music.
I think a lot of that's the second time now in a week that we've had an artist be calling out their audience, because you also had Ronnie Radke from Falling in Reverse
Called Wisconsin boring.
Mhm.
I mean,
which I get, like, if you actually listen to like what he says and everything, and you look at some of the comments, some of the people that were actually in the crowd agree with him.
but the problem with the selfie thing I have an issue with is she stopped her music for that. His was in between songs.
His was just in between sets, yeah.
Yeah, so I can't say whether or not they're.
I mean, I will say that a lot of people, especially with like the downside of social media these days, like using your phone and things like TikTok and Reels and things that are 10, 15 seconds long, like it really is shortening a lot of people's attention spans. I mean, I can see it on like my analytics from like my YouTubes, which I mean you've seen. Like I went from having like an average of like average viewership, like I would put out a 20-minute video, and like in the average time back in the day was like 16 minutes. And now it's like
8.
Like 8?
Yeah,
like it's cut in half.
So make 9-minute
videos. And it's
videos
like the same
9-10-minute videos.
Yeah, but it's the same content, or
you're getting more matches if I make more, you're getting more content.
But I'm getting more viewership the shorter my videos. So I'm like, that just kind of shows you like people like lose their attention quicker.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I agree. I mean, I'm at fault for. Like I lose my attention very
TikTok
quickly.
personally on the daily, and I'm on it when I'm at working from home.
I feel like people like if you go to concerts and stuff, I try myself to keep my phone in my back pocket. Every once in a while, this is a good song, I really just want to get like a 15-second clip and then put it back in, or take a couple photos of me at least being there. But other than that, I really try to focus on being at the concert and enjoying the music.
Yeah, I'm not in it for the content on seeing the concert, because they're making the content for me. I'm there to enjoy it right then and there. I'm not there to record it.
And there's enough people recording and taking pictures. Just get on the freaking internet, on Insta or YouTube or anything. You're gonna find it.
You can see a live performance on YouTube anywhere, and they'll even artists will post a live performance, and you can see it there if you don't go to a concert. That's what people who don't go to concerts get. We go to concerts. I want to experience a concert.
Yeah, but no, that's what I'm saying is the younger generation that are now like the people below us.
Yeah,
they know nothing but like they know phones. So they know that their life is not here and there. It's here, or it's now, but on the internet.
Yeah,
is what it is.
I think we're gonna be in an age where
it's all digital now,
where it's gonna go anti-content. It's gonna reverse the next generation, Alpha. I think they're gonna be anti.
You think?
I think they're gonna resent everyone being on the internet.
Honestly, I hope so.
And they're gonna.
I mean, that's not good for us, because that's what we're doing right now.
So what we're seeing these days is news studios losing their viewership because the content creators on TikTok, you can do your stuff in your bedroom, look professional, speak professional, do the job just as well, and speak the same news, if not better news. I'm saying this because I follow many content creators on TikTok for their news. I stopped watching the YouTube videos of news. I stopped watching the news. Like, those things are too long for me to. I'm not necessarily to get the message.
You don't care about every single story. You
exactly.
just want to care
There's
about
that,
the things you care about.
And I don't trust mega news outlets anymore. They're owned by corporations.
Well, and I figure like the people that are watching the news right now are like the boomers.
You and I personally got more proper news throughout the pandemic from TikTok than anywhere else.
Like how we knew what was going on outside of the house because you couldn't leave it was not
TikTok.
Well, yeah, it was TikTok.
For us, it was TikTok or Twitter. But Twitter was just a landmine of just.
Oh yeah.
God, Twitter was a mess. Still is a mess, and we don't even know what's happening there. But I'm just saying, like the content creations.
I mean, back in the day, before we had internet, before we had cell phones, how you got your news was either word of mouth,
newspaper,
or the newspaper, or you turned on the TV.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, you did not know anything that was going on in the news. Or you did what, like, for instance, like in senior year, we had what was called current events.
Yeah.
Where every single
the Scholastic news came to you.
No. Every single day, we were picked because of, like, we did rounds every single day in class. We would open up that class with what's called current events. A certain student was assigned Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever, and you had to come to class with 3 current events to share with the class.
Really?
For that day. And that's how we like stayed updated. And you need to have like it was like a weekly project. So I
Interesting.
had like Fridays, and I would have to like my current event would be like you would have to do like something current in the world, something current in the state, and like a fun one basically. So to keep everybody updated, and then have to have like cite your references and like all that other stuff.
Interesting.
So, but that was again before what we can do now, which is just Googling something.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, the way people are doing these content things, going to concerts and stuff and doing selfies, they're stopping shows for it, though. I mean, you wouldn't stop a show for when people were getting injured in that. I don't remember.
That was a big deal, too.
Yeah, I don't remember who that was, but people were getting trampled. God, that was a bad situation. That was last year, right? 2 years ago.
I think it was a couple.
It was bad. I don't remember who the singer was.
It wasn't somebody that we listened to.
R&B rapper.
Yeah.
Somewhat. We're not. I might have.
I'm
heard
not
a
familiar
song.
with him.
Yeah, but anyways, so I'm just saying, like, to go along with this article here from Miranda Lambert, she signaled for the fans to sit down and mouth the word "sit down" while making the gesture. Some attendees near the person recording the video left the show, expressing their disagreement with her actions. TikTok users shared contrasting opinions in the comment section. Supporters appreciating her calling out the distracting behavior and emphasized the importance of being present in the moment.
Yeah, like
you're like that, but
I mean, we'll get there. We'll get there. I get selfies and stuff.
Others believe Lambert could have addressed the issue differently, suggesting a blanket statement and staying off phones or in between songs. A representative of Lambert declined to provide further comment on the incident. So,
which, I think stopping the actual show and music, that's kind of a little too much, in my opinion.
In the middle of the song.
If a lot of artists will do like a sit down, let's talk in between songs and whatnot, then that's fine. But in the middle of a song, like, unless that's how she was trying to get people's attention. Well, if I stop the music, people will pay attention.
It's a little much.
Yeah.
A little much, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think what you can do is, in turn, just say something in between songs like we were saying, or the blanket statement might be fine, like just be in the moment. That's kind of what you and I just figured out on our own. Being
back when we had like cell phones and
we
stuff
were
for the first time,
concerts.
we were recording like all the time.
You recorded our second Linkin Park concert, every song.
Oh, like every single song.
And you don't remember that concert at all.
I don't. That is why when we got home and I realized that the next Linkin Park concert I went to, I'm like, I'm not going to do that again because I regretted it.
Yeah, we saw them 5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So after that, it was just a small video here and there, a couple pictures, put the phone in the pocket. And that's what I've done ever since.
If they get close or whatever, you don't need to record the live music because you're going to get that better on their live albums.
Exactly. If there's like a moment happening where something fun's happening.
A song, like, for example, The Little Things Give You Away, that one you always went back to because of the tones of all the music, or the song, the lyrics coming together.
I'm not gonna police and tell people what to do with their phones. I'm just saying, like, I feel like you're gonna get more. You're actually gonna use your brain and use that long-term memory and seed it a lot better if you're off your phone. And that short-term memory is just gonna. Oh, do you remember when this happened? Oh, I think so. Let me go through my phone.
Our boy's on his way up.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Where is he?
He's on the stairs.
Cade.
He's gonna wreck some stuff when he comes in here. There are 3 sleeping pets on the floor here. I don't have a pet cam for this.
I know.
Oh no.
We have 3 sleeping babies.
We might want to record this. He's walking in while they are all peacefully chilling here.
Hi, Cade. So we do have I know 2 weeks ago we had him on the show. So we've had him for basically 2 weeks. We got a new animal that we officially on Friday we not really put it on social media, but
no, we haven't yet. Not officially anyway.
But we decided to keep him. So his full name is Cade 6, which is from the video game Destiny. So he's our new he's probably about 7-8 weeks old. Little kitten, little male. Hi, Cade.
Hi, Cade.
He's definitely Pixel or Dachshund's like buddy.
Yeah.
Pixel is a very good babysitter.
They are very much so the BFFs of they're the bros.
Yeah.
You walk in, you're
they're
like,
my
boys. Oh wait.
I've never been able to say that before, like with having animals. We're my boys. I've only ever had one boy in the house ever, so now we've got boys.
Yeah, you want to fix his collar so you can show it off a little bit.
Oh, and there goes
Nymeria is the
Nymeria.
one who's been running away from him, and we're trying to get her acclimated to him the most. But because she puked up a hairball, she might be a little bit more like iffy because her stomach hurts. But like tomorrow, she might be very lovey. But yeah, he is officially a member of the family. So one thing we noticed the one big thing when we went to the bedroom on Wednesday last week was the first time we all had all the animals together. 4 animals in a bedroom.
It's difficult.
Be like, we have a freaking zoo in here.
I know. I can't imagine the people that have more than that, to be honest.
The amount of just hissing and the jingles. Well, now he has a collar that jingles, so that helps.
We need
as
to know
well.
where he's at.
We really do, and it helps. It's gonna help. But he's been a great addition to the family. Snickers has been okay with him. She's been in the same room and
she doesn't care.
Fine.
She's like,
fine.
whatever. It's another animal.
She's okay with him. She'll hiss at him when he gets too close.
It's more like she's being the old lady and just kind of putting him, hey, don't do this, don't do that.
Yeah. So 2 out of the 3 are cool with him. So he's staying.
Waiting for the Princess Nymeria to quit being a
Nymeria
princess.
hated Pixel when he came in.
I know.
Nymeria was like, absolutely not. You are not going to be a member of the family. And they're laying next to each other. So it's going to take a little bit of time. Cats are a little bit different than dogs, I know. But
Yeah.
he was sleeping this whole time we were talking until he just walked up here. So I was hoping he would come up here while we were at the end here so we didn't have to get up.
He's purring hardcore. I wonder if I put him up to the microphone if you can hear him.
Just shove his
Kinda.
face. That's so nice, Alex. But we have a little bit of a clip to show because we're going to be doing our plugs here. If you want to go ahead, Alex, do it. Go ahead.
My plug? You want me to plug it?
Plug it in, man.
All right. So if you'd like to watch me stream video games, it's twitch.tv/cute_kitty, KUTE_KITTI. I stream on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings. So make sure you check it out. Right now I'm doing a lot of Fortnite. I'm possibly thinking about, since we've got some of the old Call of Duties back, I can do some streaming of those. This coming up weekend, though, Josh and I will be out of state. We're going to go to South Dakota to visit some
so
family.
you will not be streaming this
We'll
weekend.
not be streaming this weekend, so next
So what we're
weekend.
watching here on here is the actual
Oh, that's from this weekend.
the actual thing
So we're watching a Fortnite victory,
where you just won with the
final kill.
I don't know who got it. Maybe you, maybe
I think
me.
I did. Yeah, pretty sure I did.
Instead you did a hug as your emote.
Well, no, because I'm remembering how to do my emotes, so I just did the first one I could think of. I was like, this one.
That's really funny, actually. Yeah, you got 3 kills on that one. I mean,
I kind of did like a Randy Orton. How about that? Like a.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's what I
we're
did.
Okay with that. I'm cool with saying that. But yeah, you won't be on this weekend, but you'll be on next week. Maybe I'll have some content for you to go out on your YouTube before we leave. I'm getting Crystal's emotes made, so I've been.
The other
busy
thing
with
that I did, talking about my content that's official is as of today is I mean it was already official, but I made it official today. I signed up for the 2023 Ultimate Cosplay Competition for Indianapolis PopCon.
You doing intermediate?
Yes.
Okay.
Last year I did beginner.
So
Moving up in life.
you'll be intermediate until you win, right?
I mean,
You won't be
honestly, intermediate
masterclass?
says 3 to 5 wins.
Yeah.
But it also does say, which I've not had, but it also does say, like, if you feel like you are not a beginner, by all means, put yourself in the next category, because the category for beginner
you didn't oversell yourself.
No, category for beginner, based off a point system that I read, is like you had to have made at least 50% of your costume. I've made more than 50% of my costume.
Okay.
Intermediate is at least 75% with details of things like weathering and all the stuff I do.
You could have been intermediate with your witch costume.
I could have been, yeah.
But that was literally your first con.
That was my first con.
So, and you didn't even
so
see it.
this year is going to be a little bit different because my brother is actually going to be competing with me.
Oh,
not against me though.
He'll be in the competition.
Yeah,
so.
he'll be in the competition this year. So it'll be his first con, so I'm excited to see that. He should have started these going to cons. He should have started this like when he was 10.
Oh, I
be
totally.
honest.
Yeah, I agree. So what we're watching on the screen right now is my win in Fall Guys. This is a roll off. It's gonna be a little bit of an intense moment here, but if you want to follow me on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/Mr. L. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Nope, that's okay. I'll show it afterwards. But yeah, here's where we were playing roll off, and sometimes these get a little intense for some people to handle. So it's always fun to watch these games. But I think Rick fell off right away. Yeah, because that's Patrick right there, and I think Brian's with me. So, you've been playing some Fall Guys.
Mm-hmm.
On your stream, you played a little bit of it.
I thought roll off, to be honest, was going to be like one of the hardest ones for me. And I'm pretty decent at roll off.
Roll off's fun.
I'm just very orange juice the whole time.
Well, I can emote and I can grab people and stuff.
Yeah, I can't emote. I can grab people, but I can't emote. It'll distract me, like you're doing right now on the video.
Let me see if I skip forward a little bit here because this is a little longer. Yeah, let me go up a little bit. Yeah, so right here, it's down to the last few minutes. Here's me and Lara. Brian just went out. I think this is the last turn. Yeah, on roll off. So everyone's out but me and then these two people. Lara just went out, and then there goes the green guy.
Whoop, whoop. Good job.
So, yeah, really exciting. I have a lot of fun playing Fall Guys. That's right. That's me doing the floss on my own. But if you want to follow me on Twitch, it is twitch.tv/Mr. L, and I will be live on Wednesday and possibly Thursday. Possibly not. I don't know. I haven't really decided. That's a real toss-up.
You do a lot of packing.
Yeah, it's more of the packing situation for us because we got a lot of
a lot to do.
A lot to do before we leave. But yeah, I'll be seeing my family this weekend. That's gonna be basically the whole weekend planning is just gonna be going to see my family, whatever they want to do.
Well, I get to do one thing that I've never done before.
You get to go to see the Blue Angels,
an air show.
An air show.
I have never seen an air show before. Which people at work today or yesterday were like, please bring earplugs. One of the girls at work actually said one of her friends lost her hearing completely from going to a show.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was like, really? She's like, yeah, from going to an air show because she didn't wear any ear protection.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Well, she shouldn't have been standing there.
Ha 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 ha.
Hey, wear your ear protection.
No, Josh
kids.
and I are very hearing conscious.
Yes.
Conscious. So yes, we will be bringing earplugs.
We go to any concert, we wear earplugs most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as this podcast goes, we'd like it if you hit the like button on this video and also hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to the channel, and hit the bell to be notified when we're live, which will be in August. So that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
As far as our podcast goes, follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. PTOUnlimited is what you'll search. PTOUnlimited_podcast on Instagram. Also, make sure you guys are checking out the merch. None of us are wearing any, but we appreciate those who have actually purchased the farts merch. We appreciate the podcast merch purchases. Anything for Cute Kitty and Mr. L as well. You guys are amazing. And then also make sure you guys are checking out the Discord. There it is.
Yep.
There's
there's
the hiss.
Nymeria and, and Pixel being the mediator.
If you want to follow me on Twitter, it is @_Mr. L. We're getting out of here before it's World War III.
Cute_kitty.
On the final note, oh wow, the smog today. I had to actually take Pixel on a short walk.
Yeah.
The air quality is bad again in the area, so make sure you guys are keeping your pets safe, keeping the air filters clean, changing them out if you need to. It's always a good thing to keep an eye on those kinds of things. It's dangerous out there, especially in the Midwest right now with that happening and Canada's fires. What's up?
It's hard out there for a pimp.
It's hot out there for a pimp. Hard, hot? I don't know. Which one is it? Is it hard or hot?
That just what came to my head.
It's hot out here for a pimp. I can't do it.
No, babe.
I think that that's going to be a generational quote.
It is.
Because I don't think a lot of people watch Hustle and Flow.
Probably not.
Nah.
It was a great movie, though.
All right, well, we're going to get out of here, guys. We'll catch you guys in a couple of weeks. Make sure you guys are following us on our streams. Bye, guys.
Bye.